mention that, but I was just referring you to that paragraph of his statement.
Okay,
Just to-
to
Just to move, then to the depot, right? You get there and obviously everyone was assigned a particular role and your role was to take notes of the search.
asiyeni ke lapha ke Deco wonke umuntu besayazi ukuthi yini indima yakhe efuneka ayenze njengoba nawe kwase kwaziwa ukuthi kufuneka wenzeni.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Jacob, perhaps let me ask it differently. Jacob was in charge and took decisions.
Sibe kanjeni uJacob uye waye umphathi lapha esho ukuthi kufuneka kwenziwe kanjani. Yes.
Did you question him about some of his decisions?
Ngabe khona la wathi hey ndoda lezi ezinye izinto umbuzo ukuthi kwenza kanjani lokho khona ukwambuza mhlawumbe into ecishe njengale.
Cha.
No.
And then you open the container. I'll skip some of the things. When you opened the container, it seems that everyone says the same thing. 27 bags, rather, were in the container and that were offloaded.
Kunya sibeke eceleni kodwa nasuvula i-container la kunjalo yini kwakunama bag ikhwame eziku 27.
Yeah, but
Yes.
And then there's just on this point, one question about the decision to transport, one question about the decision to transport the exhibits. Now we've got them as exhibits and the applicable and certain prescripts would apply. Yes. Okay, so I'm saying now we've got these exhibits
Sesinawo ke lama exhibit manje.
and the relevant prescripts would then apply.
Nokuthi sekuzobhalwa kukhonjiswe ukuthi yini kusekuzobonakala manje. Yes.
Now there's a decision that the exhibits must be transported to Isipingo.
Kwase kuba khona isinqumo sokuthi lezi exhibit funeka ithathwe ihanjiswe isiwe eSiphingo.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Jacob has come and said he took that decision.
Jacob yena ufikile la uthi uye wathatha leso sinqumo.
Akunjalo.
No, it is not.
Who took the decision?
Ubani weza leso sinqumo?
uJacob wafonela province. Usithi wafonela uNyusu.
Wafonela bani?
Ubrigadier uNyusu.
Jacob's phone Brigadier Musa at province
Emchazela ngesimo esasibhekene naso ngaleso sikhathi.
and took him through the situation which we were faced with at that particular time.
So
Sorry, we're not talking about the removal to Isipingo. This,
Kuthiwa ufune sibekazi ukuthi sikhuluma ngokuhanjiswa kwalezi zinto.
it's about moving them from the depot to Isipingo.
Sikhuluma ngokususa edepot lezi zinto siziya eSiphingo.
yeah.
Yes.
Is that what you are addressing, warrant officer?
Ngabe uphendula leyo nto?
Bengaphenduli.
No, I was not.
I could tell.
Uthi uzibonile ukuthi hayi umpaphathekile ushonele kodwa ke siseshe ukutholile.
Uyena wathatha decision.
He's the one who took the decision.
He being Jacob.
Usho ukuthi uJacob. Yes.
And did he consult any of you about this decision?
Ngabe ukhona owamthinta emtshela ngale decision?
Cha.
No.
And did you find it, you didn't find anything untoward about the decision?
Wena ngokwakho awukho kwakuthinta kwakuthusa ngale sinqumo?
Lutho.
Nothing.
Chair, I won't belabor the point, I think around that it has been dealt with and what Jacobs conceded himself. Then let's move to Isipingo, where the exhibits are taken.
Before you do that, let's look at your paragraph 10
Bheka paragraph 10 lapho
of the statement,
statement
the current statement.
samanje.
Page 2, you're there.
Page 2 fikile lapho?
Yebo,
Page 2.
yebo.
Yes.
Yes. In that statement, you say that you recorded the names of people present on the scene. Among those that I had noted were Sergeant Mkize, Gavin Jacob, who were present during the search of the container. Is that correct? Were these 3 police officers present during the search?
Wena ke ngokuya kwakho ubhalise ukuthi kwaba khona labantu abathathu Mkhize no Governor no Khuzwayo. Yilo abantu abathathu labo?
Yebo kunjalo.
Yes, it is. So
What did they do during that search, according to you?
ngokuya kwakho njengoba kuphenywa lapho kuseshwa bebenzani bona?
Babe khona bebuka kangathi sisebenza.
They were just around there observing while we were working.
Yes. You see, these 3 officers have deposed to affidavits, which are before they have statements which are before the commission. We've also had the evidence of Colonel Jacobs, who in the end, their testimony, the 4 of them say, these were called after you had unloaded the bags from the container, they were called to provide transport to go to Isipingo police station. That's when they were brought in to come and help take these to Isipingo. They were not part of and did not observe the search.
Uyabona ke ndoda kukhona into incwadi eyabhala affidavit incwadi efungelwe ukubhaliswa eyabhaliswa yilabo abathi uJacob naku unasesho la nasechaza la uthi yawo laba bantu abethathu bekhona la nivele ukuthi bazokwazi ukuthi bancedise ukuhambisa to transport, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, bazokwazi ukuncedisa ukuthi bahambise lezi zinto kuya le. Hayi ukuthi bebela ngoba bazoncedisa ukusesha ukuphenya.
Babe khona. Into engayibhala phansi le yabantu ababe khona be observe.
They were present. This is what I have noted and written in my statement, that
Yes.
they were observing there.
Yes, maybe, yes, you have written it in your statement. I can see it, I'm reading it. That's not the issue, whether it's written or not. The issue is whether they were there to be part of the operation or to transport, just to provide transport, because they were busy with their own operation. That's what they tell us in their statements. They were there for their own operation, not as part of your operation. Then they get called. Once you've taken the bags out, they were asked to come and help transport because they had the correct transport for it to go to Isipingo, to carry these bags, not what you're saying.
Sorry.
Sorry, you can carry on, Mr.
Uyakubona ukubhalile impela lokho kushoyo. Kodwa kuzwakele kahle kuchazwe yibona ukuthi babezisebenzela wabo umsebenzi indawo thizeni kodwa ngoba bebenendlela noma into yokwazi ukuthi ilayishe lo mthwalo. Into efanelekile ukulayisha lo mthwalo. Yikho babizwa ukuthi bazokwenza lokho. Kwakuyileyo nje kuphela into bezwe ukuncedisa ukuhambisa, hayi ukuthi babe yiphathi kule operation.
Commissioner Baloyi, into engayisho ukuthi ngabhala phansi kwi-note phansi ukuthi abantu ababe khona osibanibani nosibanibani. Nje mase ngiqeda ngiyobhala kwi-diary ngaphinde ngayitransfer leyo information ngayifaka kwi-diary ngase ngibhala i-statement sokuthi abantu ababekhona usibani bani.
Commissioner Baloyi, I did indeed put this on my notes. After that, transferred it to diary and later put it into my statement that those people were there, present, observing.
Yes. I don't think it makes it truthful that you wrote it in your diary and in your statement. I now want to read for you what one of them says. And I've told you all three of them have submitted statements, and Colonel Jacob as well. He started out saying they were part of the operation and ended up conceding that they were just there to provide transport.
Uyabona ngempela labantu bazile bakhuluma naye uJacob washo ukuthi ngempela laba bantu kakhulu ingqikitha yelo daba labo bakhona lapha ukuthi bancede ngokuthi into yokuhambisa transport.
Yebo bona babizwa sebehambile after sebebonile.
Imake mina ukuthi babizwa sebehambile ubani uhambile ubani babizwa
Ona Mkhize beno Gavin. Babizwa sebehambile ukuthi bazosiza.
Bebekhona bahamba babizwa futhi.
Yes.
What actually happened, they were there, they left, and they were recalled to come back to assist.
Yes, that's another issue I was going to take with you. You are the only one who says that, but let me read what Govender says. Govender says, Sergeant Govender says, on that date, I'm told I should refer you to page 627. We can read it together, file 2.
627,
File 2.
52. Where do show lento show? Bona uzofundela ukuthi bayibe ngayiphi le ndlela bona.
Okay. So you see, I want you to go to paragraph 3 rather, but it starts at paragraph 2 where he explains he was on duty on the 22nd of June 2021. He was posted as a driver of a marked state motor vehicle, conducting container inspections at the CHC and ICS depots. And then he says, whilst busy with container inspection at the CHC depot, which is where we know that this container was found, I was approached by 2 other police officials dressed in civilian attire. They identified themselves as Lieutenant Colonel Jacob from the DPCI and another Captain Duma from Crime Intelligence. They had inspected, so when they approached him, they had already inspected container number and had identified some black canvas bags that allegedly had cocaine in them. Sergeant Mkhize and I were requested to assist with loading these bags into our vehicle and in conveying them to Isipingo SAP. And then in paragraph 5, he says this is what they did. They then loaded the bags and then counted them and they proceeded to Isipingo. So the same with Mkhize and the other one that were there. They give the same story. Colonel Jacobs, like you, started off by saying they were part of the inspection, like you, and ended up accepting that, in fact, yes, they were approached to come and provide transport. They were not part of the inspection. So if you insist and you want to rely on your pocketbook, your diary, and your statement, that's what you recorded, it means you recorded a falsehood. You recorded something that did not happen. It did not happen that way according to these people that transported those drugs, according to Colonel Jacobs. So you being untruthful, if that's what you are recorded on that day, because that's not what happened.
Mne wethu ke ufundelwe ngikholwa ukuthi ukuzwile konke kufundiwe lapha angithi nje chaza kodwa ke kubonakala ngathi ngendlela ebengakhona cishe wenza iphutha ngokuhlonipha singathi ubhayizile kodwa ubheke ngendlela okungayona akusiyindlela eyenzekele ngakho ngendlela wena usho ngakhona
into eyenzeke kudala kakhulu le but uma kuwukuthi ngabhala ukuthi babe khona angisiboni isidingo sokuthi ngibhale ukuthi bakhona babe khona kwisimo babona bebengekho.
Yeah, I know this took place some time back, but I don't see any purpose or reason for saying that they were there when they were not.
What we suggested or put to Colonel Jacob and why he would say that they were part of the operation is because he wanted to create an impression that other SAPS members other than yourself and Sibia, who had absolutely no experience in these kind of operations, and him who came back from leave just to do this operation and disappear on the same day. The reason you say there were other people, other police officers, is to create the impression that this was a legitimate SAPS operation that involved other officers of the SAPS. That's the reason you would mention other people as being part of the operation, part of the inspection, when in fact they were not.
Kubonakala ngathi ke hendoda wena ufaka laba bantu ukuthi kubonakale sengathi lento beyenzeka lapha beyisemthethweni iyenziwa uwe namaphoyisa omthetho kanti eqinisweni ubona ngathi bekunganjalo.
Ngiyakuphika lokho.
I dispute.
Ngisasho namanje ukuthi ngangeke ngibesane ngithi uSergeant Mkhize noSergeant Gavin ababe lapha uma babengekho.
I wouldn't have mentioned that they were actually there if it was not the case.
Namanje futhi ngithi ngiyacabanga ukuthi why would I say that?
I'm scratching my head even now. Why would I do that?
Mr. Sikakane, it looks like we have a technical problem. I'm looking at our screens. There are vertical black bands that are hiding some of the wording and all over the page. And surely those cannot be intended reductions. Yeah, look at that.
Bona sibheka lapha phezulu umabona kude lo hey khona imigqa lapha emnyama manje iyaphazamisa ngathi khona into engahambi kahle ngalezinto.
Even dates, no, addresses where the depot is, surely it could not have been intended to redact that. And also the container number, we have seen that container number several times. The people who are assisting technically at the back, do you have I wonder if they have any, please come close to us.
Kuba inenkinga ndoda yazi nemniningwane ebalekile lapha ebo container number ama address ay ngathi cishekile lapha valekile ngalokho kumnyama awuthi babize labo engineer mhlambe bayazokwazi ukusinceda lapha.
You do see what's happening there. It cannot be intended reductions. Oh. Is there an explanation, Mr. Skakane?
Chair, I'm told that it's the file from which they were flighting is corrupted. So I think we'll have to check it.
Okay. Let's go ahead.
Labembuza ngencazelo uthe ingacishi kwaba khona inkinga nje nyazi zomshindo ngakhona. Wona soqhubeka.
Okay, Warrant Officer, just to complete this discussion with you.
But you sorry. You have no difficulty though, Warrant Officer, because you are reading from a hard copy. Is that so?
Awuna inkinga ngoba unikwe iphepha lokuthi ufunde uzibonele.
Yebo.
Yes.
Thank you.
Just to complete this part, the other thing that you are the only one who is saying, and the three ORS, I think we were told they are ORS members who were there, Gavin Mpangase and the other one that I don't remember, I think it's Kuzwai, and Colonel Jacob do not say, is that the three came to your scene left and were called back. You're the only one that's saying that. All 4 of them say they were brought in to and helped with taking these bags onto their vehicle, drove with you to Isipingo police station. These things were offloaded at Isipingo, and then they left to go and carry on with their functions. You say they were there present, looking. In fact, you say they were part of the inspection. During the search of the container, you say